The engine is starting up.
For launch. GC, go. Guidance, go. Fido, go. Prop, go. GNC, go. Max, go. Eagle, go. Ecom,
Go pending final steps to cabin link check.
2, 1.
Is there anyone here that would like to communicate with us? Can you give us a sign?
Welcome to the Rift Nation Network, the RNN, putting a slide in your glide and a dip in your hip. Welcome to the Mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe. With shows throughout the week, you can find us at Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, and more. Everything you could want, everything you can need right here, right now. From the paranormal to the supernatural. From comedy to the spiritual. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
It's showtime, folks!
Podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Hi everyone, thank you for watching Becoming Universally Aligned. I am your host, Cindy Waghorn. You are watching Rift Nation Network. You can find us on YouTube streaming live, Rumble, Facebook, Twitch. So look for Rift Nation Network, or you can find it on my podcast or my YouTube channel as well. And I will have the episodes streaming afterwards on Facebook too. So tonight we are going to talk about distance healing and how that works. Just to explain it a little bit, I know that some people prefer to see a practitioner in person, but for myself, I know that distance healing is very profound and very clear from my end, what I receive and the results as well for other people. So Sherry Thistle is with me tonight, and she is a Reiki master teacher. She does Indian head massage as well, and she is a developing medium as well. So I'm going to pull her in, and we can welcome Sherry to the show. Hi, Sherry. Can you hear me well?
Hi.
I hope the connection is better.
We up there?
Well, it's good to have you on the show. So Adam is here, and Adam says hello.
Is there connection here?
Is it bad? Okay. Well, we'll work with it, and we'll just go with the lag for a little bit, I guess. As long as, we'll just take our time, I guess. Because you're going a little fuzzy. Am I fuzzy to you? Or do you know what? You could try on your cell phone instead of the laptop, possibly. That might work too.
Yeah, maybe.
If you want to try that. It's okay though. I was going to talk about the Schumann too because you and I were talking
You
earlier
might
today.
have to.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm going to.
Yeah, if you try and connect through there, it might pick up better. I've found that sometimes before. And so today, when we were talking about the Schumann and what the readings were for today, so it is fairly calm compared to yesterday. And it's funny, I had gone out to Stratford with my son, and I was really developing a strong headache in right across in the back of my head, and I didn't check into the readings, the Schumann readings, and but there was a lot of white energy coming in, so it was very strong energy coming in yesterday. So that kind of explains the headaches and how people are feeling. So I did want to say to our American friends, happy Memorial Day for you guys. You're having a holiday. Last weekend was our holiday. So just wanted to say that to you guys too. So hi, Denise. Denise is from this area. She's not from the States. She's a Canadian lady, but anyhow, she's a good chatter. She keeps us going here too. So what would you, I guess, first off, let's just talk about what attracted you to energy work. Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you a little bit.
Okay. Can anyone else hear
Cutting
me,
out.
like in the chat?
Phone. Do you want me to log out?
Yeah, if you want to quickly just log out and then jump on your cell phone and see if that makes a difference.
Okay.
Okay, so while Sherry is popping in and out, we can just talk about distance healing. So that it isn't limited to time and space. Like we can send, if someone is in a different time zone, like it, when we are sending that energy, and a lot of the people too that I, depending on your belief system, I try and explain it to a bit like how we send prayers to someone, how we, because it is a divine connection, where we're getting this energy and sending it to the other person. So in a way, and we are all connected. So there is that energetic connection when someone is asking for this. More with prayers, the other person maybe doesn't even know that you're sending it, but with this specifically, they have asked for that connection. So that is generating an etheric thread to us, or to each other, right? And then it's just that connection. But I do find through distance, I find that I have a clearer, I don't know if I have different guides that are working with me that are for distance rather than in person, but I think it's just we are using a higher connection to send that energy, and for whatever reason I get clearer images and things like that. Let me just check to see if she's back yet. Oh yeah, I think she is back. Let's pull her back in. Okay, how is it now? You're still a little bit fuzzy for the video, but are you on your phone now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Me in there. Yeah. I'm thinking it's the
I can hear you really well.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's too bad. So I was just wondering then if you can tell the viewers what got you into energy work when you first started. Oops. I don't know if there's something that I can do at my end here or not, but anyhow. Let's see. I'll see if I have anything else. Did you have, you had a grounding practice that you wanted to share with people?
1 second here. It's still not connecting properly. I can only hear half of what you're saying.
Oh, really? Are you on your cell phone now, or it's still on the laptop? Oh, technical troubles. Oh, sorry guys. Let's just look at the chat here. Sorry guys. We will get through this for sure. Yeah, hi Denise, how are you doing? I'm glad. Okay, so yeah, because I don't know, I can see myself clearly, so it might be connection at the other end. So we'll just see what happens. I like to send energy balls to distant friends. Yeah. So I think that we all have, we were just talking about that before the show too, is that we all learn the basics of Reiki. I mean, we spend hours working on other people, but we always find our own rhythm and our own techniques that we do, and so it's always good to hear, like Denise is saying, like forwarding those energy balls and things like that. So it'll be nice to, when Sherry gets back on, if we can talk to her about some techniques, because we are from the same area, but we've had different teachers. And everybody teaches differently, right? So it'll be very interesting to compare too. But what I was thinking too is that I find people are, the beauty of it is that you can send it to someone in another state, you can send it to someone in another province, and they're receiving it in real time. The thing is, if you have someone with you and present and you're working on them, they might not be feeling anything at that moment, but they're feeling it afterwards, like when they get home, they're receiving the benefits. But I do find that there is sensations that people feel at that exact moment that you are sending it. So a lot of the times too, it's nice to schedule that so that other person is present and you're not sending something to someone when they're driving and whatever, right? But you kind of want them present too, because then that just makes that connection even stronger to I think this is perfect timing with the subject matter because my friend is slowly teaching me. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Adam, I have to tell you this, that when Sherry, we were popping on before the show and she said that there's, she was getting something about someone who is learning and that they're kind of being, excuse me, being guided towards it. Okay. Okay. I'm just going to try and send her the link here again. Sorry, guys. Okay. Oops. I think she is back. Okay. Oh my gosh, you're clear. Can you hear me? No, you're muted. No. Let me just see. Microphone. So you're muted or something, not at my end, I don't think. Can you hear me? Darn. So look at the comment there, because Adam just said that he has a friend slowly teaching him about the subject. Yeah. Oh. Can you touch on your screen and maybe see if there's something there that it's muted? Because when I go into you here, it says microphone, no devices available. Because sometimes, so I can see that it's camera 1 facing front, but microphone, it's showing no devices. And honestly, I'm so sorry because I don't know how to go about fixing it. It's so frustrating. Michelle, hi Michelle, we're having technical troubles here. We're trying to get Sherry connected and her sound working now. She's a lot clearer than she was earlier, but technology, sometimes it's great and sometimes it's a pain in the neck. Definitely tonight it is a pain in the neck, yes. We're just trying to get through. Oh, okay. It shows mic off and won't switch on. I don't know. what to say, because it must be something on your phone that you can turn that on. Is it on? Is it an iPhone? No. Then I'm not much of a help there. That's weird. Let me... I was going to see... I think I was going to try and get a hold of Howie, because he is... I know he's on holidays this week, and I haven't seen him jump in the chat, but I think that he would be able to help me with that. Let me just go in here. I should be able to do this for you. But yeah. Yeah, it's not letting me. So do you see on the bottom of your screen a microphone, a video, etc.? So is it X'd out? Can you try and click on that? Oh. Okay, because I don't know. I don't know how to fix it. Why don't we try one more time to go out and come back in again on your phone? See if you can try that one more time. Yeah, sorry about that. This is the first time that I've had such trouble. I know that sometimes there's a bit of a lag there, but I've never had it where it's been so fuzzy. So yeah, Adam, we will talk about that when Sherry can tell you what she was feeling about that. She was talking about a mother figure perhaps involved. And so thank you anyhow for sticking with me, you guys, for this. So if you guys have any questions that you want to want us to talk about, just let us know. I'm just going to pull up a couple of things that I wanted to talk about. Might have to have her come back on the show. Yeah, I definitely will have to have her come back on the show. Yeah, and I think, probably we still have half an hour. We can get through this and get her back in here. But, and hi, Lois, how are you doing? And sending, yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. We need the positive vibes for this tech. Because I was thinking myself, I'm not even sure if that I need to go out and come back in. But it seems to be just the connection there. So I want to go through a few things that I wanted to talk about as well. So we will have Sherry back for another show so we can talk about it. So, and a lot of the times too, for the energy work, what I like to say too is that, so it does travel the same as like we think about Wi-Fi and how far that it can travel. Tonight it's not doing its job, but anyhow, if we think about distance work, that that it is like Wi-Fi and we can connect to others. So sorry about this. So yeah, and it's the same as when you are in person. So you will be feeling sometimes the warm and the tingling. You may just feel profound calmness. A lot of people do fall asleep. And that's just because your nervous system is calming down and relaxing. And that's a good thing because that's how we are able to receive as well, right? You may also, you may be receiving visions similar to what the person is thinking, or in sometimes I have I like to sketch sometimes after a session before I jump on and talk to the person, and a lot of times I'm seeing things in nature that are maybe their favorite spots to go to relax and things like that, and whether that is a message or if that is their happy place when they are receiving, I'm not really sure, and it doesn't really matter why, but it just is confirming that you have that connection with someone, and also getting those thoughts and feelings. I remember a lady, like I was just thinking it's something about pumpkin seeds to do with her session, and she had said, oh my gosh, I just ran out of them, I need to get some. So that was something that just confirming the connection as well too. Okay, so Sherry's back, and I can see that you do have volume. Oh, you're back on your laptop. Okay, so can you hear me now?
Yeah, just the phone's still trying to get the volume on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can hear you. It is a little, you know, slow or lagged or whatever they call that, right? So it is a weak connection, but at least we can hear you, so we can get some conversation. So part of it was I did kind of tell Adam a titch about what you had said, and so he is interested in hearing what you were feeling. I think you're frozen now. Can you hear me? Yeah, can you share with us what you were feeling about the mother figure?
Feel. Let me know if you can't hear me.
No, I hear
I
you
sense
good.
that I had a female with me, and it was a female mother figure, and I felt where it was connected to would be who Reiki and Reiki energy conversation coming up on their feed. On the computer, and it pushed towards it, and for you.
Yeah, and that's because if I go back through the chat, I think he did say
That
that a
long
friend is teaching him that right now.
they have.
So Heidi, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, Mish is saying, can you get rid of the video and just do the sound? Will that help?
That might.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me?
Moving very slow.
Oh, now I don't see you at all. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh my gosh, I just have to laugh. This is so crazy. Can you hear me, Sherry? I'm not sure if you're there or not because you're not showing up in the. Okay.
Now I can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Ooh.
Oh, yes. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Mish, for suggesting that.
Yes.
Okay,
See, still feel like
so
you're cutting out a little bit, but not bad.
okay, perfect. So I have up. So Heidi is from Boulder, Colorado, and she is listening. She always likes to share out our episodes. So grateful to Heidi for that, and thank you for joining. And Mish also. So thank you so much for the tip, Mish. I wish I had have known that half an hour ago. It would save us a lot of troubles. Although it is nice to see you. It's nice to see your face, Sherry, but I mean, if this is going to work better, then this is what we're going to do. Um, so, and okay. So Adam is now saying, yes. Well, sometimes. I think I saw Denise say that it's Mercury retrograde as well. So, blah. Yes, that friend who is teaching me is a female too. So yeah, we were kind of talking a little bit about what you were feeling with the female figure with Adam, and and then we got kind of sidetracked. So anyhow, he's saying that it is a friend who is teaching him that is a female.
Okay. But I do feel like I have a female that's passed already. That's kind of coming through for somebody that's on here tonight.
That is learning Reiki, you said.
That's somebody who is either more interested very much in it, and I'm just kind of like the thumbs up thing.
Yeah, that's very much interested in it. Okay. Okay, well they may speak up, but my thought is because Adam mentioned it right off the hop there that it could be him. So why don't we just talk about the distance healing right now and just kind of let me know how, if this is going to work to have a conversation. But what do you do prior to a session? How do you prepare for a distance session any differently from someone that is with you?
Doing a session with, especially a distance session or in person, either one. Take the time to do a 5 to 10 minute meditation. I like to tune into my own energy and do a check on my own body on how it's feeling, and to the client that's coming. Because if I know how I do a check with my body, then when I'm in the middle of a session and something changes, I know whether it's my energy or theirs.
Right. Yes. And that's the thing, right? Is like often we start feeling our client the day before or hours before even a session, and it's and well, this is weird, this is what just happened there, and you get the feelings what they are feeling, right? So that makes sense very much. But do you change the environment any way, or you're just checking in on yourself?
I'm more just checking in on myself beforehand. Yeah, see, and then if I get them on the Zoom, I like to need a full visual of them from head to toe. So that visualization's in my head. So then once I see them fully, they can lie down. I don't need to see them again until we're done. And I can go through the whole session while they're lying down at home, relaxing. To pay attention to their own body and what they feel during the session.
Yes. Yeah. And that's a good practice too, to like check in, because you don't have to have that FaceTime or Zoom open during the session. Because we're already having that etheric connection with them. But it is always nice to check in and compare what each other is feeling at the time. So Mish is a Reiki master, and she says, however, still learning. And I think that is it, right? Like, we're always learning. We're always being shown from our guides, from a client, from something different, and all of these things are being put in our place, or put in our presence for our learning experience, so that we can share or we can use it on our next session, right? So I think it's just like life. It's a never-ending learning and growing process, right? I've heard Mish.
I always tell my students.
What's that?
Sorry. I always tell my students right from the beginning to when they're practicing, so they can learn their own library on how they're feeling, and because sometimes yawning is a release for us. We take on the client's release.
Right. Yeah.
So, but I still, after 5 years, I still have new things happen during a session.
Yeah. 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 It's, and I know there's a lot of people too that don't, that don't have files and things like that. But I find that is so beneficial. And I mean, if you are doing a practice, I believe that you do have to keep something on file and if it's someone that's under 18, I think that you have to keep that on file for a few years, right? but it's always nice to go back. Now, little weird and wonky things that your guides are showing you about, you know, I'm just trying to think of something that I've had, but where they're showing you to do something or send something to a certain part of the body. I always write that down too, because I know, oh, this is probably, you know how they come to you in threes. You'll have people that come that are all having that same issue, right? And then so then if you learn something new, then chances are it's for something else that's coming to you, right?
Yes.
Let me just see. I think I'm gonna just look at the chat here too.
Oh, yeah. I can see some of them. I see Adam says he can form energy balls. That's awesome.
Yes. So we were, well, I kind of myself, so like I don't teach qigong, but I was kind of going through that too, and just showing, like, feeling that, and he was saying that then too. So he's already and this is a thing too, right? Like, learning Reiki, I feel like we already have that in us, and that the attunement is really just widening that and clearing that for us, right? And chances are that it's opening up that knowledge that we have hidden, whether it's a past lifetime or whatever, right? So we've always had that healing and that knowledge. So it's just opening that up to us. I mean, everybody would have had different roles in other lifetimes, but chances are, if that is your interest, you're brought to it for whatever reason too. Yeah, and Mish is saying that's cool.
Yeah, even with my
So-
level 1 students, I will get them to practice feeling their energy ball and seeing how big they can make it, and just
Yes.
feeling that energy in their hands.
Yeah. And Mish is saying clearing out those pipes. Yes. So the attunement is that clearing and widening. So it's like making that connection above and below even clearer, for sure. Okay, so now you were talking about for after a distance session that you give clients a practice to do for grounding. Right? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, and this is something that I think this is something everybody can learn to do. They don't need to learn Reiki to do it, but I think we're always so busy with our lives that people don't often recognize how exhausted their nervous system is until it's too much, or they actually take the time to just pause and tune in. So I always say, like, there's like 5 steps, 5 minutes to I call it a Reiki reset. So the one would be to just pause, stop whatever you're doing, and breathe. Is to, like, so inhale peace and exhale tension. And then 3, put your hands on your heart and send love and energy to yourself. And 4, to set that intention, and you can make it anything you want. It be like, I'm choosing calm and clarity. And then once you just allow, trust, and let go.
That's
Brings
nice.
more to see and breath and intentions practice. And I even try to teach
Yeah.
it.
And I think sometimes that we forget to do those simple things, right? We just get carrying on our way. So, that is giving you the presence part of it too. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yep.
Adam has a question here.
I can hear you.
Good. Okay, Adam has a question here about touching something warm and gaining or taking energy in, if that makes sense.
Soon as you said that, like my thought is standing there, because you can take on so much energy from a tree and grounding, but you can, if we don't keep our auras clean or protect our auras, you can gain energy from other people. And it can be, you can
Right.
take that on other people, whether it's good or bad. So it's always important, if you're an energy worker, to protect your own aura.
Yeah. I like to do the ground clear protect, the GCPs, and like make that the first part before you start even learning anything about your chakras. Because that important thing about creating the bubble too is you don't want to put the bubble around. You want to clear first. You want to clear because you don't want to create a bubble with all
Yes.
the negative around you too. So, yeah, that's does that. I hope that answers your question, Adam. And Mish is saying, I use Reiki in my cooking when pouring in oil and stirring food. I like that. I like that.
Yep. Yes.
And I do
You
that
can
too.
use that a lot with all your food.
With what?
With your food, with medications, something to enhance it. You can add Reiki into that as well.
Yeah. And I know for when we were doing Qigong, and that also works for Reiki too, but my group, I would put lemon juice, so organic lemon juice, and have 2 shot glasses for each. We would put our energy into one of them, and then they would drink it, and then drink the one without the Reiki in it, and the one. So it works especially if it's very, very strong, right? So the one is much sweeter and doesn't burn. So I guess people have done it with brandy and things like that, but lemon juice is a good substitute for that for the class too. Yeah. And it's a nice,
Animals is amazing.
right. Yeah. And do you also do that? Yeah. And so when you're practicing mediumship, does things like that come up when you're working on an animal?
Yes. They have the character that horses have and dogs have are amazing when they come through.
Oh, that's so neat. Do you have we have about 10 minutes here, and I'm glad that we're getting good communication, better communication here. But we will have you back on when we can get the connection a little better. But do you have any experiences that you would like to share? Now, one thing I wanted to ask was, how do you deal with the skepticism about from people, the idea of that distance healing can't work, right?
Yeah. sometimes you just have to accept their opinion on it because everyone's allowed their own opinion, right?
Right. Yeah.
I have actually a client that I see every 2 weeks, and her husband, he always joked around calling it, "Oh, you're doing your voodoo stuff again." And I would do her a half-hour Reiki for her every 2 weeks. And then one day he had surgery on his shoulder. So he had asked, he goes, "So I'm just curious, like what would Reiki do for my shoulder?" And I would explain how it would help speed up the healing process. And he goes, "Well, this skeptic would like to try it." So I gave him just like a 15-minute Reiki on his shoulder, and he just looked at me. He goes, looking at my hands, and said, "What did you use?" I said, "Nothing." He says, "It was very hot, and it was very hot and tingly on my head." So he just I talked to them a week later, and he was like, "Yeah," he could still feel that energy moving around in his shoulder days later. And then I did a distance Reiki on him. And he was so shocked to know he felt the same things, even though he was at home and I was at home.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. I know. And so it's some people just have that personality, and they want to just you know, they want you to prove it to them in a way too, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
and I do I always say, if someone is skeptical, but the point is that they're asking, right? So something
Yeah.
has drawn them to that. And I'll often just say, well, why don't, instead of having them come to me, I will say, why don't I try and just do the distance, and then see what you think after that. And then
Yeah.
exactly what you're saying, they're shocked, or they're amazed, I
Yeah.
guess you would say, right? That they weren't
Yeah.
expecting that to happen. So yeah.
Mhm. But then I've had people
Um,
too that offered to be just a practice person for me. Like, okay, whatever, I'll just lay there and they'll let me practice on them. And I would tell them what I picked up along the way and what I felt, and they were like, "Oh, okay, no problem." But 3 days later, it was like the stress that this person had had for weeks was just suddenly gone, and they could not explain why the stress was gone, like in a flash. And the only thing they could say is like, "Yeah, it was the Reiki."
yeah. Yeah, for sure. And it's just calming their nervous system so that their body can do the healing that it wasn't able to do on its own before, right? So like I just keep telling people that it's clearing and it's balancing out what has come misaligned through the body. So they actually, by accepting it, are doing part of the work too, right? So it's always that person always has to accept. I'm not saying that if they don't, if they're saying no, I don't want it, it will still work, right? But yeah, they are accepting it, and acknowledging it is part of that as well. Hugs to you all. I have to go. Thanks for a fantastic show, Cindy. Thank you for your time. Thanks for watching, Mish. We will see you next week. I have another Cindy on next week. So Cindy Hyde from Soul State Wellness is going to come on for somatic. She's a somatic coach. So join us next week for that session, and have a good night, Mish. Um, so do you have, we still have a few minutes here. Do you have anything else that you'd like to share?
Oh, what do I like to share?
Well,
I don't know.
before, I think
I
when
think
you're
it's just
jumping,
more or less. What's that?
oh, sorry. No, before you were, when you were jumping on and off, I kind of went into talking about how it works and that we have that etheric connection, kind of saying, like, and as far as time and space, so we can be working on someone who is in another province, in a different time zone.
Hmm.
So it's 7 o'clock here, it's 9 o'clock here, but that doesn't matter, right? Because it's all in the present
Yeah.
time, and we're connecting.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you have anything you else you want to talk about as far as why
Yeah. Like the only
distance
thing I
work?
can say with, yeah, I was taught very early between my Reiki master teacher, and I did some work online with David G. He's amazing at doing meditations and talking about how energy always has been and it always will be. Energy can never die, it can only change. So it's like even thousands of years ago, it still was energy. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you feel more of the energy comes from living things, but energy comes from other things as well.
Right. For sure. Oh, that's good. Um, so I want to mention too that along the ticker at the bottom, that if anyone wants to contact Sherry, so her website, um, is it on here? I'm not sure if it is on
Yep.
here. Okay. Yeah, so it is New Beginnings, beginnings spelt with one N, dash sherry.com. Um, so I can actually, I'm going to put it in the chat here too.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So I do a lot. I do my Reiki sessions in person and distance. The same with animal Reiki. I can do them in person or distance. Um, my Reiki training right now, I've been doing it in person. So it's anybody who's fairly local to the area. But I will be starting to do my Reiki training online soon.
oh, yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
Well, especially for the first, because it's a lot of theory and it's a lot of, it's amazing how many people, oh, mine, oh no, mine just said something about the page has to be reloaded. I hope that I didn't cut out. um,
I,
but anyhow, um, what was I saying? Yeah, it's a lot of theory, and it's amazing how much knowledge and how much learning there is going on with each chakra. And
mhm.
the attunement, like attunements, same thing. We can do attunements from distance as well, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but it is nice. It is nice for that to be one on one with people. I've thought about
Yeah.
doing them through Zoom as well, just so that you can get
Hmm.
all of the questions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so now this might be a weird question because I've never had the Indian head massage, but something like that, can you do that by distance? Like what is involved in the Indian head massage?
No, that one has to be done in person.
It's
But it is
pressure.
very
Is it pressure
relaxing.
point?
It's very similar because I've been kind of learning a little bit more about access bars therapy and all the pressure points in your head. So I will try to accommodate that in with it, but I use like essential oils. So when you leave, your hair is oily, but
Oh,
I work. right into your head, and you get the good massage, head, neck, and shoulders.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just thinking because with the
Yeah.
tuning forks, I can do that. I can do that with distance, even though we do put it
Yeah.
some on the body, but a lot of the times we're working with the field and being able to collapse the field and things like that. So yeah, I wasn't sure. I guess that is more. It's you're putting pressure in certain
Yeah.
points, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so maybe we next time. I guess we are at the hour, but yeah, we could get into the access bars and things like that
Yeah.
too, because I find that very interesting.
Mhm.
And clearing out space of the unwanted knowledge or unneeded knowledge and things like that. I don't.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you hanging in there for me, and I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful that Mish said to try that
Yes.
without the video because I think that did make it a little bit better. Um,
Absolutely.
yeah. So Denise is saying, great chat. Glad the connection improved. Have a great week. Yes, I'm so glad that it
And
worked
you
out
as
too.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
we'll get it figured out.
yeah, definitely. I mean,
Hey, next time
um,
I'll just come and sit right with you.
I know. And when we were talking today, there was no problem, right?
No,
We
no.
didn't have any issues at all this afternoon. So, I'm going to look into Restream as well to see if there's something that I can be doing at my end. The only thing that I have heard people say is to jump out and jump back in. But I'm sure that
Yeah.
I looked at some settings and I could see on your phone that there was no microphone available, which is ridiculous because every
Yeah.
phone has a microphone. So,
Yeah. And then when I would
yeah.
try to turn it on, it wouldn't do anything.
Yeah,
It was weird.
yeah, interesting. So Adam says it turned out to be a good show still. Thank you, Adam.
Oh, thank
Thank you
you.
for joining. So I appreciate you,
Yes, we'll
Sherry, and
figure out
thank you for
do it
coming
again.
on.
Okay.
And we'll
Thank you
have
for
you on
having me.
again. You're welcome. Okay, so guys,
Okay.
next week we will have Cindy Hyde on from Soul State Wellness. So stay tuned to that, and we will be talking to her. She is a somatic coach. So tune into that. That'll be June 1st next week. So we have the full moon coming up this weekend. So maybe we can also talk about that. I may actually do a full moon on my YouTube channel, sound bath on the weekend. So if anyone is following me on YouTube, you can watch for that too. I'll probably do it live. So anyhow, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you.